Why is it having me stand by? I don't know. Come on, why is it telling me to stand by? It's my title.
Brad, this would be us.
Yep.
I mean, even though I'm not religious, I still post it. Because this is not a Muslim country. Now, you don't see that very often.
What is it? Jets with...
Yeah, going red, white, and blue. The American colors.
Right. Yeah, I guess. Oh, there we go. Hey, Spoofs, why am I a bad boy, eh? What do you mean, did I call any terrorist hotlines today, huh? Who are you? Yeah, we got 3 people viewing us. My friend Scott here is here with me today.
Hey, how are you?
It'll take a minute for you to show up, but yeah. Hello, Sav, the troll. You ain't a true troll, you just a troll. And to show you what I do to trolls, goodbye. I don't need to Google myself, spoof. I know who I am. I know what I've done in life. Well, Sav, I've told you where I live. Anytime, boyo. Until then, hasta la vista, punk.
Hoorah.
Who,
Fuck happened. Fucking punk bitch. Should have his nuts cut off.
looks like we only have trolls in my room tonight.
Hey, fuck you, troll.
Nope, I'm not doing that. No, we're not doing that on this channel anymore.
Oh, on Adam.
Yep, I'm just fucking hiding this shit. I'm not even going to acknowledge him anymore. Betty Walton gave me a good idea and I'm doing it. And if Mark gets in here, I'm going to hook him up. Hoorah. And just so everyone can see, this is my brother from another mother, my friend, the biggest pimp daddy of them all, Scott Holmes.
How you doing?
It'll take a minute for it to register with you, but hey, Soph, I ain't mentioned you in God knows how fucking long. You have the issue with me because I stand and fight for what's right. So, I will say this again. You've got my address anytime, anywhere. Until then, goodbye.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. That's
Don't
right.
care
I
what
didn't
the fuck
vote.
he did in the past.
I didn't vote for Trump because of what he did in the past. I voted for Trump for what he does now.
Yeah, what he said he was going to do and what he's doing.
No, I didn't give up on my dreams, but right now we got the perfect man in the White House for the job, and I'll vote for Trump again in 2020. And when he's done doing his job, I'll run again. Until then, I feel we had the best man in the White House for the job, so I'll let him do his job. Solve, you're full of yourself and you're full of it. And I don't have trolls on my channel. It's that simple.
Right.
Hey, Missy. Hi, Missy. How are you? You know, like I was saying, I didn't vote for Trump for what he did in the past, before he ran for president. I voted for Trump quite simply put because he was the best man for the job. He didn't know anyone anything. He didn't need the damn money. He loves this country, and he was going to fight for this country. He's not a white supremacist. He's not a racist. He's not a misogynist. He is a patriot who loves this country. And he doesn't not want immigrants to come in. He just wants, like I want, like immigrants who have come in, he wants them to come in the right legal way. He's got no issue with immigrants, legal immigrants. It's the illegal immigrants that he has an issue with because they are A, breaking our laws by coming in illegally. B, over 90% of them are trafficking in weapons, drugs, child sex, human sex slavery, or child pornography. We don't need that in this country. Or bringing in gang members like MS-13 members. We don't need that here. MS-13 is a gang of violent thugs. They're animals. Look at how they attack and do their thing. They are a pack of rabid animals. Trump is saying, if you want to come to this country, we will welcome you. We just ask as a sovereign nation that you abide by our immigration laws and do it legally. That's all he says. He wants immigrants. He himself is a child of immigrants. He just wants it done legal. Same as every patriotic American. We want immigrants, we just want them to be legal. And I'm okay, Missy. Decided to change my channel up a little bit and not have people I know that are trolls in my room or acknowledge them. That's just how I'm gonna do things from now on, Missy. I'm about trying to get information out to people so that they can make a informed
decision,
correct, intellectual decision, logic-based decision, not one based on emotions, which is what CNN and the mainstream media and the Democrats want. They want everyone voting on emotion. But we should vote and think with our brains and in a logical manner. For when we do that, then and only then can solutions to issues be found and be brought about to fix whatever issues are going on. They'll probably pop in, Misty. I'm just not going to... The ones that I know are trolls, I'm not going to acknowledge. And if you wonder who the voice you'll hear from time to time is, it's my friend Scott.
Howdy, how you doing?
I don't know if the camera hasn't quite caught up yet. It's a it's a few minute lag or something, but I'm gonna hold it like this so you can see him, if it ever allows you to see him. There he is. That's my brother from another mother, Scott.
How you doing?
Missy says hi, Scott. Hey, Soph. Nobody keeps me from doing what I want. If I want to do it, I do it. And I take the consequences of it. Or the rewards of it. Why? Because I am an alpha type, real adult. And with that, I will no longer acknowledge Soph. End of discussion with you. Goodbye. Yeah, go ahead, Soph. Go ahead. Ask the question.
What question?
But no, Soph, this is your last time I will be acknowledging you.
Yes.
Don't know yet. Say hi, Missy.
Hi, Missy. How are you?
And say, Soph, you can ask the question.
So if you can ask the question. Whatever.
But back to like I was saying before I was interrupted by the green, dirty green thing that lives under bridges. You know, Trump wants immigrants. He wants them to come here legal. You know, That ain't true. And goodbye, solve you troll. Missy just means that they're a troll, because you know trolls in cartoons and all are usually green, warty, live under bridges, dirty. Missy, she didn't do that at all. At all. I've been a follower of hers for years. She did not do that. Soft is someone who used to be down with her. Well, he acted like he was down with her, but he wasn't. He only used her, and when she exposed him, he started running and saying lies about her and me and other people. But, you know, back to what I was saying, you know, Trump is only doing what he said he would do. He's only trying to do his job. The same job he said he would do when he ran for president the first time.
Yeah, leave him the fuck alone.
Which is that he would make America great again. That means he would make us number one again in education, number one again in manufacturing, number one again in quality of life, and technology, everything. Me, the local, I'm not lying to Missy. And I'm guessing that you're another troll, so adios. Vaya con Dios, vida loca. But Trump is just trying to do the job he said. You know, making us great again means that we're number one in quality of life, education, manufacturing, jobs, you know, medical breakthroughs, technology. That's what he was saying.
Yep,
and in order for that to happen, one of the first things we have to do is secure our southern border, where over 90% of the drugs are coming from. When illegal aliens can get into our country illegally and smuggle in drugs and everything, and then leave and repeat as many times as they want, there's an issue. There's a problem. So what's the solution to the problem? We build a border wall. It forces them to come into our country in the legal manner, and if they do not come here legally, we send them back to their countries of origin. According to the United Nations, which I do not like, but their rules state anyone seeking asylum has to do so in the first country that is not their own that they come to. That would mean people coming from South America or Central America would have to stop in Mexico and file for asylum in Mexico. And then go from there.
They want to come here, they got to
If
go
they,
there.
you know, we're all for letting people come here. Just do it legal.
Play by the rules.
You know, do it by the rules. You know, people like Robert Francis O'Rourke, you might know him as Beto O'Rourke, say they want to take away my weapons, or at the very least put extreme requirements and regulations on what I can or cannot do or have with my weapon, or what kind of weapon I can or cannot own. However, in the United States of America's Constitution and the Bill of Rights that technically precedes the Constitution, it states that everyone has the right to keep and bear arms being needed to perform. Actually, it says everyone's right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. The right to keep and bear arms being needed to form a well-regulated militia. Now, most people, because of the National Guard, have not formed militias in years because they feel safe. However, given the current political climate for 10, going on 11 years now, Americans have not felt safe. Thus, they have started rebuilding militias, which not only are we able to do under the Constitution, but legally we are able to do. So they have started rebuilding militias. And the second people started rebuilding militias, the Democrats started coming out with, we're going to take your firearms. They started rolling it out heavier than they had because they realized that people were waking up to what their plans were, to what their agenda is, which is control, to take us from a democratic freedom nation to one of socialism and communism, where the ruling class, which would be Dems, have all the power, and the working class and everybody else has nothing, no power, nothing.
Pieces of crap. Just fucking...
but are working for the government and relying on the government for everything. The Republicans say no. They say we have a constitution, we are a freedom-loving country, we are a free nation, we will stay that way, by golly. And that, I believe, is right. I took an oath when I went in the military to protect this country. And I will do it to the day I die. It's the only oath to this day I still hold with.
Against foreign
it says I will protect this country against all foreign and domestic enemies. And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and those appointed over me. And at the end of it, I said, so help me God.
As long as it isn't a crazy fucking...
Alright. Now, there are times when you can disobey an order. Legally. In the military. If it's an order that you know are going to get you and your fellow soldiers killed, if it's an order to disregard what the higher-ups say, or if it's an order to say, well, we know these group of people are friendlies to us, and we know they're not armed, but kill them anyway. Those are examples of orders that you, legally, as a soldier, do not have to follow. You can say, I am not going to uphold that order, sir, and give your reasons on the record. Yeah, there'll be a little slack. You'll take a little flack for it, but once everything comes out, you will be okay. Nothing bad will happen to you.
They'll go get the people who fucking gave the order.
I say it ain't so. And Missy, Betty is a fellow YouTube creator that I follow, and her channel is Washam Warriors, WASHAM Warriors, WARRIORS. It's a good channel, Missy, for a lot of information. If you like what I have to say, then yeah, look into it. I say it ain't so. But, you know, the weapons that the Democrats are talking about, most Democrats have no clue about the kinds of weapons that they're talking about. They're talking about semi-automatic assault weapons. Well, there's an issue with semi-automatic assault weapons. The issue is they don't exist. An assault weapon is any weapon where when you squeeze that trigger, more than one round is fired at a time, and you can hold the trigger down, and as long as there are bullets in the magazine or on the belt, that weapon will continue to rock and roll fire. That is an assault weapon. A semi-automatic weapon means one pull of the trigger, one bullet. Yeah, Missy, Betty's okay. I said ain't so. Proof of what? Huh? I'll bet that ain't so is solve the troll. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. That's what I'll bet. And it's because of that that I do this. Bye.
Oh, you just...
We moved them.
Oh, so...
Say it ain't so, I think it's Saul for coming at it with another name.
Because he's as controversial.
No, because he's made statements that I know to be false.
Oh. About you or about...
About Betty.
Oh.
But, back to what I was saying, yeah. So, you know, the Democrats, 90% of them have no idea, I'd say over 90% of them have no idea about weapons. The weapons they call assault weapons, they call them that because they look scary. Ooh. The statistical facts of this. Alright. There are more guns used by law-abiding citizens for protection and hunting than there are guns used to commit acts. And in fact, there are several videos on YouTube where you can easily find them where it shows criminals having a gun, they break into someone's house or business, that person is there with a gun, the criminal immediately runs the other way. Lights pop off a couple of rounds and the person will return fire, but the criminal always runs away. Why? Because the law-abiding citizen is willing to fight back.
And die.
Alright, there's an old saying. Well, I don't know if it's old, but I've heard it numerous times. And that is, when seconds count, police or the government are minutes away. Meaning, when someone's got a gun in your face, and the only way you're going to survive it is to also have a gun and make sure that they shoot at you, you can return fire, the police are minutes away. It's not the police that stop criminals from committing crimes, because criminals have proven that they will not follow the law.
They don't care.
They don't care about the law. You're right, Scott. They don't care about the law.
They don't give a rat's booty.
Who then will stop criminals? It's simple. It's the people that the criminals are going after. If the American citizens have the right to keep arms and bear arms, that means they have a gun that they can use. If a criminal comes at them with a weapon, the citizen can point one back and say, I will kill you if you do not leave or try to kill me. And at 10 times, just like bullies in school, criminals will tuck tail and run the opposite way.
How do you defeat a bully? Beat him up. Most of them run away or become your friend. And there's some that are really psycho and they'll come back and try to beat you up again anyways.
Hi, Dan. And I don't stick up for predators. I only stick up for people that I know to be good patriots and not predators. So, that day tells me you're a troll. I do not have trolls on my channel. Goodbye. I can falsify a terroristic threat. And no, I pled guilty to resisting arrest. Yeah, Missy, I have a record. I don't lie. I have a record. I've done things in my past that were not cool and were not legal. I'll admit that.
A lot of Americans have done it.
Alright, I'm not perfect. You show me someone who is perfect, and I'll show you someone who's a lying con man. Because there ain't a person on the planet perfect. The difference between me and a lot of other people I own my mistakes from my past, and I try to be better than my past every day. Yes, mister, I pled guilty to resisting arrest. The only reason I pled guilty to that is so that they would leave my friend and his family out of it. Because I did not resist arrest. Had I resisted arrest, 2 officers would not be able to handle me. Every time in the past that I've resisted arrest, it's always taken 20 or more. And Missy, I try to be better than who I was years ago every day. But some people, like the trolls, don't want to acknowledge that people can make mistakes in life, grow, and change.
And pay for those mistakes and learn.
They were arresting me for supposedly making a false statement concerning an officer. But the problem was A, it was true, and B, I had called the terrorist hotline to find out, under the Patriot law, what constitutes a terrorist threat. When asked why, I tried several times to not tell them. And the person I told on the other end of that hotline was a friend of the police officer that I mentioned. So the police officer got a heads up that they were looking into it, got rid of information, made it look like I was the bad guy, and had me arrested months later. But that's okay, because I will always admit if I do something wrong. I'll admit it in a heartbeat that I messed up and I did something wrong. But if I didn't do anything wrong, you're damn well right I won't admit it. The only reason I admitted the resisting arrest when I didn't resist arrest was because they threatened to come after my friend and to take away his kids, and I was not about to let that happen. Hey, good time, Stud. How you doing? Yeah. I always help out my friends. No, good time, Stud. Laws are not made to be broke. Am I a fan of the cops? Hell no.
No way.
No fucking way am I a fan of cops. I hate cops. But without laws, we have anarchy. We have people shooting each other because they don't like them. Or maybe they don't like the way they looked at them. So we need laws to have a functioning society. Missy, it's because she tells the truth. She doesn't sugarcoat shit. She's not politically correct. Like me, she supports our duly elected President Donald J. Trump. She is a patriot. And quite frankly, they are butthurt still that their queen Hillary did not win the 2016 election.
They're gonna cry forever.
Again, instead, yeah, you're right. In my book, like yours, cops equal pigs. I hate the cops. But I do acknowledge
That there has to be law.
that there has to be laws. And we have to have people who are paid and willing to enforce said laws. Otherwise, we do not have a society. We will have anarchy.
But they have to be.
And nobody in their right mind over the age of 20, well, I'll be nice and say 28, wants anarchy. Because they're upset at her, because everything she says, she can back up with proof. And when they go after her, she knows that what they're saying is lies. So they're upset at her because of that, Missy. That's it. They get upset at her for exposing them as being the liars, the child molesters, the predators, and stuff. So they get mad at her for doing that. They even they've gotten mad at me because I've done it. It's just how they are. They want to use their human nature and project onto others the very things that they themselves are guilty of. I'll admit, Good Time Stud, it would get rid of a lot of brain dead trolls, but anarchy's not the way.
People and
Thanks.
materials.
Nice try, but I've been telling Missy to research it and to go to Betty's channel. What better way to get information than to go to the horse's mouth and find it out straight from the person? What better way for information, huh? So, Dank, nice try, Sav, but goodbye. I have no idea what you're talking about, Dank. I'm not smoking any pot. I have my vape, my other vape, my cigarettes, and my lighter. That's all that I have. You might have heard of a glass, which I have right here, that I need to refill, but that's all you would have heard as far as any clanking goes. So, nice try to make me out like I'm some kind of dope head. Dank. I'll guarantee you it's you yourself who are the dope head. And I don't talk to dope heads. Goodbye.
That's a good picture. That's the man, Brad. That's a good picture of him.
Nothing wrong with that, Good Time Stud. Nothing wrong with smoking some flower and having a little wine. And honestly, I used to not ban people at all, and I'm still not. I'm just blocking them. They're more welcome to come to my room and look, but I'm just blocking them. Nothing wrong with that. Good time. As long as you're of age, I got no issue with it. There you go, good time. That's the way to do it. And I'll talk to people, Missy. I was just letting Slav know that I wasn't talking to him or any of his names anymore. Well, get time started. You're younger than me. Go for it. Have at it. You're an adult. Do what you gotta do, bro. And I will still talk to you. Because once in a while, I smoke some flower, you know? I've got a card that says I can legally walk around smoking flower all day long for pain. In fact, that's what's in here. THC vape for pain. I wasn't playing any copyrighted music. Good time. My buddy's here, and he was scrolling through his Facebook, and it popped up a second. Hey, the official sock account. See, just because you're a part of it doesn't mean that you will defend predators. Some of us have to smoke because of pain. I happen to be one of those. I'm a vet. I was injured. I'm in pain 24/7, 365. So the way I deal with that and my PTSD and a few other issues I have is by being able to smoke. Hey, I want everybody to be friends, or at least be cordial to one another on my site. You know, I want us to be able to come from a place where we are able to say, you know what, you have your ideas, I have my ideas, and they may differ, but I'll listen to your points of view, you listen to my points of view, and maybe we can compromise, or if we can't compromise, we can say, hey, you know what, we can agree to disagree on this subject, and part, you know, as equals, or at least in a cordial, friendly manner. Because at the end of the day, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a libtard, whether you're a liberal, whether you're a moderate, an independent, a Republican, a conservative, it don't matter. At the end of the day, we are all Americans, and as such should want not only our country to succeed, but our president, our leader, that we, the American people, elected into that office to succeed.
Maybe these people should hear. Can you hear this?
Yes, they can hear that. That's on a friend of mine's phone. He happens to be playing taps, and it's waving the American flag. That's official, sir. Betty is not, I repeat, not a demonic entity. If you saying that, you get removed to the land of trolls. No, not right now, Missy. It was only nine concurrent viewers right now. No, I'll let you back in, Sock. I'll let you back in. I haven't blocked you or anything. That was just kind of a warning. Hey, no trolls. You know, I don't like trolls. But like I was saying, the Democrats, they don't know what a true assault weapon is. What about Mort? I wish he was on here right now. Alright, Sock, what's the cues? If I have the answers, I can help you out. Mark is another friend of Betty's, Missy. He's like me, he's a warrior. And because if Mark was here, I was gonna make him, because he's been here in every one of my chats so far, and every one of my live streams so far, he's shown up. I was gonna make him a moderator. Yeah, good time. He's a warrior. He's a Russian warrior like myself. Yes, Missy. He seems very nice, very good. Seems like he's a down-to-earth person. I've researched into him, and everything shows he's a good person. Moderator is someone who will, as I understand it, help me with knowing who the trolls are, and if maybe he'll catch something that I don't catch, and he'll make mention of it, and if someone persists and I don't catch him, he can block them. It's that type of thing. The official site account, no, he doesn't. If you actually Google what he says, and then you Google what Betty says, and you look into both of them at any depth, you will find that what Betty Washam says is true, and what Saab says is just straight hateful fascist BS, trying to get Betty to be quiet about the truth that is going on and that she's finding out and researching on her own. Alright, Sock account, the official Sock account, have fun and make sure they're level. Missy, I don't want to block people either. I fought for and believe in freedom of speech. However, I also believe that there are consequences for one's actions and or speech. You can't go into a movie theater and yell fire without there actually being a fire. If you do, you will get arrested and jailed for quite a few different crimes.
And be convicted. Go to jail.
Well, I block solve, simply put, because trolls are not welcome. No, good time, I'm not. She is a friend of mine, and that's all we are. I'm not looking for relationships. All the women in my life, no, I'm not looking for relationships. They know that to me, all I want right now is a booty call. Alright, and I'm not looking at Betty in that way. I look at Betty the same way I look at my friends. And there's only one friend, one, that I would ever, well, two that I would ever date. One lives in New York in the same town as me, and the other lives outside of Temple, between Temple and Belton, Texas. I had a good time. My audio is fine, so goodbye. Because I know that you really solve, and well, I don't have trolls in my room. So, wow, I've been on over an hour, Scott?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't intend for this video to be this, for this live to be this long.
It's been more than an hour, I think. I got here at like 7, after 7.
Almost 8. We got back here by almost not 8:30.
It's 10:30. 2 hours.
No, I'm saying by 8:30, it was around 9.
Been on over an hour.
8:45, 9 o'clock that I went on, so wow, I've been on a while. Well, there's always going to be trolling, Misty. That's why, but I don't want the drama. I want to get out information. That's why I don't want trolls. But I will say this, Missy, Good Time Stud, and all the others that are watching and not talking, I do have to get up early in the morning to go help a friend of mine out. To be precise, I got to go help Scott with something. So, until then, I will say good night to everyone. And no, good time. I have not ever dreamed about Betty. Like I said, she's a friend. But I will say good night to everyone. And when this catches up to me, I will end the stream. And until then, when I do that, I hope everyone has a great night. And it's cool. So, Night, Missy. You'll see me soon. Bye, good time, stud. Good night, all. Okay, Missy. Pussy, come on. There you go. God damn it.